have told me that you struggling because you ain't paying your tithes, dummy. And I would have paid him. Would have paid him. Luke 12, and then pick it up at verse 16. 12 and 16. Go ahead, read.
And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, So are my fruits of my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, what has much goods laid up for many years?
That's why it's hard for a rich man to get in, gonna get in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Because they thinking like that, right? You got an abundance of stuff. You're supposed to be out there providing for our people, period. And I always say, like, if I win the lottery or something like that, or I win, $50 million or even $5 million, that my job is going to be to show up at the grocery store and just hang around and wait for people to come through, paying buying groceries, and I'm gonna just say here and pay the bill, and keep go down to the next one, and that's what I'll do. Because you got an abundance like that, you're supposed to help people. You're supposed to, and you're supposed to provide, finances to further the gospel. That's your job. Okay? Go ahead, finish that.
And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool.
Lord called him a fool. Go ahead. Why?
This night thy soul should be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasures for himself is not rich toward God?
Right. So you're supposed to give. But he laid them up for himself. Go ahead.
And he said unto his disciples, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, neither for the body, what you shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment.
What verse is that?
23.
23. Okay, go ahead.
Consider, 24 now.
Okay.
Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn.
Right, they can't store up nothing. They don't have a refrigerator. Every day they got to go out and make theirs and eat. Right? Go ahead.
And God feedeth them.
But he feeded them. He feed them. Every day. Go ahead.
How much more are ye better than the fowls?
Right, we animals too. He called us animals, right? We just like we same. So if he going to provide for the ravens, he going to provide for us. And he provides them every day. We got a refrigerator, right, in the pantry. They don't. Go ahead.
And which of you which taketh thought can add to his stature 1 cubit? If ye then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take you thought for the rest? Consider the lilies how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
What verse?
27. I'm at 28 now.
Okay, go ahead.
If just a day in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith?
Right. It's about faith at the end of the day. O ye little faith. Because you don't believe that the Lord is going to provide enough to sustain you. It's the only reason why you don't do it. Or you just really dumb. You don't understand. Mark 12.
That were rich cast in much.
Right.
And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites,
right,
which make a farthing.
So I'm gonna think of a mite as like a nickel, right? 2 mites to make a dime, but that's all she had. That's all the lady had, and she threw them in. Go ahead.
And he called on him, saying, Disciples, and saith unto them, Then all they which have cast into the treasury.
So she had more respect for her 2 nickels than they did for the rich people putting money in abundance in there, because that was nothing compared to what they had. She gave all she had. And she was poor. And Jesus had respect for her. Go ahead.
And all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her what did cast in all that she had, even all her living.
So, like I said, you only got a $10 check, you pay $1. Lord respect that. He only asked for a 10. That's it. You got $20, you put in $2. That's your 10. And if you want to be cheerful and give a little extra, then do that. But just know, look, I don't get a dime of it. Don't get paid. If I don't go to work, I can't eat. I don't think none of us, have gotten anything. And if we borrow some money, we had to pay it back. And even as big as the Israel of God is, I know none of them over there get paid. He's not a rich man. So, and I don't want to live off of a ministry, because I don't want to ever do anything or be accused of doing anything inappropriate with somebody else's money. Right? I got my own money. I can buy whatever I want to buy, and you can't say nothing about it. Right? So, but the Lord had respect. Now, some people say, like, if we flee to the wilderness, what we gonna need? Man, you see